I got into a heated political discussion yesterday with a very dear friend of mine, and it got so heated that I lost my connection to the wizard, and I was completely ego-driven. It got to a point where it didn't come to fisticuffs, but I tell you it could have. But actually, I got very, very insulted where I think he called me or inferred that I was stupid because I didn't agree with him. And at this point, then my ego just took over, and I invited him to leave my house. And then after he left, my goodness, I felt terrible. And I mean, it lasted for hours. Finally, I sat down and wrote him a note on the internet and apologized profusely and tried to explain how his calling me stupid, it was just too much for me to handle, that my ego had taken over. I gave my position and said, let's forget it. And it's a misunderstanding. But he was not at all satisfied with that and sent me a long reply referring to our many year friendship and what it consisted of. And it was mostly that he has been a wonderful friend of mine. He has always been there to help and so on. And he didn't find that this was true of me. And frankly, it wasn't, because somehow or other he was much more capable of helping me than I was of helping him. But in any case, I just felt awful about it, and I begged his forgiveness so that we could still be friends. Well, he accepted it, and I felt a whole lot better. In any case, what I'm trying to point out is how that ego can absolutely destroy some very important things in your life, things that you're trying to do, not only harming the one you're disagreeing with, but a terrible effect upon yourself. And if you have to stand there and justify what you think and what you do in spite of whether it's a good idea or not, well, it's just a bad idea. And we should have that wizard that I call the Wizard of Iz should always be there with you. And he came back after I wrote my apology. He came back, and he's with me right now, and my goodness, it's good to be home again, because that is being home. Yes, being home, with that wizard. How do you stay in contact with him? To be in contact with him is to be in contact with yourself. What happens is that we become, I should say, distorted. An image of ourselves becomes distorted by our thoughts, preconceived notions, and judgments, and even our emotions, and it causes discomfort. More than discomfort, it causes pain, and it causes sickness, and oh man, you just got to get rid of it, because there is a doctor inside of you, and he is the Wizard of Iz. And when you come to him, so that you can respond to situations rather than just react to them, that's a very good idea for a long, healthy life.